Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing sort of an adaptation update. I haven't done a video on this adaptation yet before, but I thought I would start it out just in case there were any of you guys who are interested. I'm going to be talking about the It Ends With Us adaptation by Colleen Hoover. This is like a really popular book that literally I can't stop seeing it everywhere. I bought it like months ago, have not read it, and because I'm deliberating on whether I want to watch the movie first and then read it, or read the book first and then watch it. I don't know, but I do have it, and I thought because they have released the actors that are going to be playing the main leads for this, I thought I would do a little update and give you guys my thoughts and opinions about kind of what's being said about this adaptation in general. So if you're at all interested, just keep watching. Okay guys, so like I said, I have not read this book at all. I don't know the plot of the book at all besides of what I read at the back here. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I think I might have. I have always seen Colleen Hoover books in like the bookstore in Indigo. For some reason, I have never been drawn to the books. I don't know why, even after reading the synopsis. I really just picked this up out of curiosity when I saw how popular it was getting. But this is actually my first ever Colleen Hoover book, and I don't know, I hope I enjoy it. I've never read a single book of hers before, so yeah, let me know. I know it's like crazy popular, but let me know if you guys have read it, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. Yeah, so I definitely was curious and just like picked it up. So like I said, the three main characters of this book have been casted. I'm going to just get into the three characters. There's Ryle, Lily, and Atlas. So I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of a love triangle. That's what it's giving, considering there's two guys and a girl. And so the first person they casted was, I think it was Blake Lively is going to be playing the female lead, Lily. I will get into my thoughts later, but I'm just going to give you guys who's playing who. Blake Lively is playing Lily. Ryle is going to be played by Justin Baldoni. And Atlas is going to be played by Brandon Skalkler. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. So that is pretty much everything that I know about casting. They haven't released much. I will say, however, this book is being adapted by Justin Baldoni's production company. For those of you who don't know who he is the actor. He played Raphael in Jane the Virgin. So that's where you might recognize him if you were a fan of that show. Blake Lively, come on, she's, you know, a big name. We all know her. Grew up watching her on The Traveling Pants, Sister of the Traveling Pants, Gossip Girl, she's most famous for, Serena van der Woodsen. And of course, she's had her own films come out here and there. And then I think she's also very famous for being married to Ryan Reynolds. And then Brandon is actually a little bit of a kind of a newer face. He got his big break on the prequel or the pre-prequel of Yellowstone, this very popular show. If you guys know me, you know I am a huge Yellowstone fan. I don't know if I've ever brought it up on this channel before, but I love Yellowstone. It's one of my favorite shows. And I've watched both, you know, prequels of, you know, spin-offs of the show, because I just love the story so much. I love the characters. I love everything about it. I'm such a huge fan. My whole family is. First time seeing Brandon was as Spencer Dutton in 1923. And so when I heard that he was cast in this, I was completely shocked. Like, completely did not expect it at all. Not because I didn't envision him as Atlas. I have no idea who or how or what Atlas, the character, is. It's just like, I don't think I expected him to be in this film at all. But I am really, really excited to see him play something other than Spencer Dutton, just because I've never really seen anything else other than him as Spencer Dutton. Even though he does have work prior to Yellowstone or 1923. But yeah, gonna be completely honest, I think I'm most excited for him. Out of all of the casting, I think that is the most excitement. Like I get more excited about that than anything else. You know, Blake Lively, Blake Lively is Blake Lively. I don't think I'm a huge, like, crazy Blake Lively fan. And then as far as Justin Baldoni, it's Justin. I don't know. I'll be honest, I've only ever seen him a few times I've ever watched Jane the Virgin. And other than that, I've never really, never really cared for, I've never really, I don't know, he's just not an actor I've really cared for, I'll be honest. Like, but yeah, so I will not lie, Brandon's casting has definitely piqued my interest more into this adaptation more than anything. Again, because I don't know anything about the story, don't know anything about the characters, and the casting was the casting. Now, getting into thoughts and opinions about the casting in general, not just mine, but actually everyone, the public's opinions altogether. So Justin and Blake were the first two to be casted for this. Brandon was casted as Atlas and it was announced like a day ago. So people have been sitting and marinating on Blake and Justin's casting first. I will say, I think because these characters that they're playing are in their 20s and Blake and Justin and Brandon are so obviously not in their 20s, people are confused and a little disappointed because they just did not envision these actors as these characters at all. Now, for me, I'm a little detached to it from it all just because, again, haven't read it. I'm not a cult fangirling over this. Like, I'm not, you know, super attached to the story because, again, I haven't read it. But I think that is, you know, everyone's kind of in an uproar because they just did not envision these characters. This is not the first time this happened with like adaptations, but you know, I feel like there probably are a number of reasons why it was casted this way. I'm just going to touch on Blake and Justin first, and then I guess we'll get into Atlas later or Brandon later. I think Blake Lively, you know, she's a big name in Hollywood, especially right now. And I think her name will bring more eyes, I think is what they're hoping. And I think they're hoping to get this film in the theaters. Now, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, movies have not, at least romance movies, have not been able to kind of reach movie theaters, like the big screens, in a while. It's been a while, I think, since a romance movie has been able to go to the big screen. A lot of these sort of movies get released on streaming services, and I don't know what their intentions are with this film. I don't know if they hope to get it to the big screen. I don't know what. Justin, so I think that's why Blake is in it. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, because Blake Lively is in it, it's gonna be in the theaters. Who knows? I think they're just hoping to attract a wider audience of people, and that way this will be able to like push it to the screen, the bigger screen. Now, and with a bigger name, there's a little bit more guarantee. You know, that's how they operate in Hollywood. Now with Justin, like I think I mentioned this, his production company is producing this entire film. He has one. He's produced films before, romance movies, like along the same, you know, kind of vibe. He did a movie with Cole Sprouse like a few years ago that was in theaters. I remember going to watch it, but I cannot for the life of me remember the title. But yeah, Justin, again, I think this was another budgeting thing. Maybe that's why they picked somebody who's a part of production to be in the movie as well. Maybe it has something to do with budgeting. Also, or it could just be that he wanted to act in this movie and he really loved the character. I don't know. I'm just making my own predictions. But there could be a number of reasons why they went this route. I will say though, I wonder if they are going to age up the characters and have these actors play them closer to their age, because it is slightly unbelievable that they will be playing 20. I mean, we know Hollywood has done this before. They have, you know, actors play a lot, like older actors play a lot younger. But I mean, I think it would just make more sense if they make the actors, or the characters slightly older, just to make it a little bit more authentic is an idea. I don't know. And then for Brandon, his character Atlas. Again, I know nothing about Atlas. It seemed that as far as the response, there were mixed emotions. There were people saying, oh my God, love him as Spencer Dutton. Cannot wait to see him. It's kind of my vibe. Cannot wait to see him as Atlas. And then you had people saying this guy is hot, but like I didn't imagine him as Atlas. And there's just mixed reactions from everyone. So again, I think mostly everybody's kind of a little like shocked, but also kind of just waiting, holding their breath and waiting to see how this is going to turn out. I think something that I'm excited for, at least that I feel a little bit like more secure in, is the fact that I've seen all of these actors act, and they can act, and that is a nice thing, especially like if you, especially with kind of like, I think like when movies try to cast younger people or newer faces that are newer to it, sometimes they can't act and it's not organic and it's not nice. I've seen every single one of these actors act in different things, and they can act. That's not an issue. Them playing these roles is a whole other situation. I think there is like at least some security in the sense that we know these actors will be able to actually do their job. So, I mean, that's the bright side. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't think there's anything else much to say about this project. I will try to keep you guys updated if that is what you want to see. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you want more adaptation or if you want more updates on this specific adaptation. I'd be happy to keep you guys updated on here and kind of give you guys information about what's happening, because I am keeping my eye on it. I kind of want to go into this film without knowing anything. Without knowing the story, without knowing anything. That way I can just enjoy it as it is rather than sitting there and comparing. Sometimes it's fun to read the book first and know exactly what the story is, and then other times it's better just to kind of let that project be itself, the movie be its own thing, and kind of not have it something to compare it to. But yeah, I definitely think that, like I said before, making sure these actors kind of play closer to their real age will make the story a little bit more, realistic, because that way it's easier to kind of watch and rather than them playing like, I don't know if they're supposed to be playing early 20s. That will be a little unbelievable. But yeah. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, let me know if you guys want more information on this adaptation. Be sure to subscribe down below and be sure to like, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.